Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev and Rick Logston coming to you from the Bloom office. I'm happy to introduce to everyone in BloomTube land Rick Logston, who is the new administrative assistant here in the office. Rick will be working 12 hours a week and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ensuring that the bulletin gets created and ready for Sunday morning, as well as all of the scripts for all of the readers and doing the proofing process and all of the things associated with preparing for Sunday morning, as well as when those tasks get under his belt, there will be additional time to work on other special projects along the way. So we're welcoming Rick.
Thank you.
To Bloom, and I just wanted to have an opportunity for Rick to tell us a little something about himself. And so, Rick, I know that you have been in the desert here for a few years. Can you talk a little bit about your journey to come here? Tell the folks.
Sure. I moved here about 4 years ago. My hometown is San Diego. Decided that I needed a chance to start over again and moved here about 4 years ago. I'm a retired elementary school principal and thought this was a nice place to live, and cheaper than San Diego, to tell you the truth. And well, that's what I'm doing here.
Yes, well, that's good. Now, you were in the education field, yes, and that's one of the things that's helpful in this job is the administrative background that you had in being overseeing an organization, helped you understand the aspects required for good communications and materials, producing materials
Right.
that are quality materials and following through on that. So those are, excellent skills to bring to a job like this, and we're very fortunate about that. The other thing, though, I was pleased to learn that you had some church work in your background as well. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. I got my bachelor's degree at University of San Diego in 1980, and I was a double major. I had a religious studies degree and a psychology degree. I wanted to go to work in the church as a counselor. I really had no desire to be a preacher or a pastor of a church. I wanted to counsel within the church. Due to some things that happened while I was in school with my congregation that I was a part of, I decided that maybe I didn't want to do that. So I did get the degree, but I ended up working as a youth pastor in Scottsdale, Arizona for about 7 years. They paid for my master's degree in education, which is where I started teaching, and brought me back to San Diego. I ended up moving to San Francisco, and that's where I stepped out of the classroom and into administration, handling mathematics for one school district and English language development for another, and then finally a vice principal, and then got my own school in about 2002.
Okay. When you decided that you wanted to be here in the desert, it sounds like you decided also that it wasn't really exactly full-time retirement for you. So you have another job, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I think it's very wonderful that the church administrative assistant also works at
BevMo, downtown, beverages and more.
There you go. So, that doesn't imply that there's going to be any sort of special parties at Bloom or any special discounts for Bloomers, but it does show that, it sometimes folks, hold down more than one job.
Come see me.
And we're very glad that you'll be with us on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoons, and we're able to work that out.
Glad to be here.
We welcome you.
Thank you very much.
And the Open Leadership team affirmed this move and this hire at our last meeting, and we're glad to do that. And we also know that you're looking forward to the ways in which you can help us grow and communicate in better ways and establish some better systems and ways of pulling things together. So we welcome you and
thank you.
Look forward to having a good time together for years to come.
Thank you very much.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Bloom folks on Friday night at the Camelot Theater for the 7:30 showing in Theater 1 of Pushing Dead as a part of the Cinema Diverse Film Festival. It's a title that helps us sponsor something that's about better policies and strength in the healthcare market, and we're committed to people being more healthy. And this film is a funny and serious story. They call it kind of a dark film with a funny side. I know a number of Bloom folks that have already seen it and said it's a really wonderful film. So don't let my description scare you. Just come and be with us. And it's an opportunity for us to represent ourselves to the community in a broader context. So Bloom folks, you want to come and buy a ticket to the movie, wear your Bloom shirt, and let's have some popcorn and some fun time together. And also this Sunday, we're looking forward to John Gallagher and Mike Weldon as our musicians, and we'll be together on Sunday learning about the first shall be last and the last shall be first, and that isn't really talking about potluck, supper lines, or anything like that. So look forward to having you with us on Sunday. If you can't be with us in body, please be with us in spirit, and as always, please keep us in your prayers.